Gold robot, everybody. What are we gonna do here? Just gonna just keep going. We'll just keep going. Um, so now you can just pick any color. Doesn't even matter because they all show up. It's just a matter of oh, I still never fixed that little space there. Hey, what do you guys think? Should I see the spacing? See, it's like tight here, and then there's a. Do you think I should have them all? Or maybe that's the way to do it. It's like a little transition. Breaks the monotony to have that one. Hmm. I guess we'll just keep it. Well, so it looks like my current short-term hit percentage is 45. My all-time hit percentage for 316 rounds is 55%. Now, there's a lot of series of 40 rounds in 316 rounds, right? So every single round it records the short term hit percentage, and then when I press this button right here, it averages them all up, and that is 55.7% average. So that's pretty cool. Um, so this program, it runs to 1,000 rounds, and then you got to reset it. For now, that's the limit. I have it set to for speed, lag sake. All right, so playing the FBI method. It's really fun stuff. Sorry if you're new and you don't know what you're looking at. This probably looks really chaotic, right? But the reason for that is that we are making order out of the actual chaos of random numbers appearing by the roulette wheel. So, and you know what? I'm gonna tell a story. So, first, I'm gonna briefly FBI method. You know, color pairs. Pick the pair with the shortest difference with the shortest difference between the color totals. So you have yellow and green is a pair, and blue and salmon is the other pair. And so you would have 5 is the difference between yellow and green, and then some huge ass number is the difference between blue and salmon. So we're going to go with yellow and green. So between yellow and green, we have to pick one, and then that will be the one with the lower number of the two, which is 0. 0 is less than 5, so we're going to pick green. And now I'm going to tell my story. Randomness. And we were saying, this the roulette lab here, it looks very chaotic. And I said, that's because we're making. Wow, those numbers changed drastically. So I guess we would be on green. Oh yeah, I want to hit safety here. A little late on the draw there, but that's okay. Randomness is a funny thing. But listen to that. It's a funny thing. So it is something. if you are something, that, here's the thing, here's philosophy. Here's the philosophy. If it is something that entails, that is an entailment, that it is, that we all agree that it is not something else. So you might think, okay, big deal, right? That's the most basic thing I've ever heard. However, this is where it gets crazy. And this is right, we're only getting started. However, we're talking about randomness. Okay, so we're saying that randomness is something and not something else. Think about that. Think about that. Okay, because I guarantee you, if you've ever, not you personally, but if you've ever sat down, contemplated randomness, I think in the end, if you come to a conclusion, you're just gonna have to go with it. There's no discernment. There's no distinction. It definitely isn't one thing and not some other thing. It's like it can be anything. It's like the ultimate mystery, right? We can't even say randomness is a thing and it's not another thing. However, we just did, and you all followed along because it's true. Because it's true, right? And then that's crazy as heck. And this is where we're starting. This is our starting point. Okay? So just mark that down. Get out your pen and paper. Okay, mark that down. Write it down. I'll wait. I'll wait for you. Okay, I'm waiting for you. 7:40. Oh. Oh, wait, I just lost. 13. I was actually getting lost in my own sauce there. Holy crackamunga. What was I saying? That's the beginning. So, did we write it down? Because I want you to write it down because that's where our story begins. Our story begins at randomness is something and is not something else. Do you hear what I'm saying? Alright, here, pro tip. Just want to sidetrack. We're talking about the roulette lab here. When the machine count, that's what MC stands for, calls a 2-spot, you probably should play it. Probably, right? It's all probability. So, inside 2-spot would be the inside colors, and the 2-spot, so it will be this dozen here and this dozen here. So A and C. And I'm going to try and go for a Hail Mary long shot recovery, get all my points back. There we go. So that's the only time I take a deviation. And I've done that like 10 times in a row, so I need to just, the next time that comes up, I really need to just let it go, because it's very probably not going to work 11 times in a row. That's how probability works. Anyways, let's get back to the story. Okay, so green, my story. It's not my story. It's the story I'm telling. Okay, so that's that. Okay, what we just decided on, agreed upon, is called distinction. So we've just made. Oh, look at that. Oh man, was that freaking sweet. Did anybody see that? What just happened right there? Man. Oh, that is something else. Anyway. Okay, so we all agreed that there is a that we've all agreed that describing randomness with distinction is not crazy. When you look into it, it does seem crazy. That's our starting point of the story. Ready? 1, 2, 3, go. So the next point I'm going to make is there's a difference between RNG and a dealer. Okay? Now what does that mean? What did I just say? What? What's RNG? What is dealer? What is a RNG dealer? There's no such thing as a RNG dealer. Okay? Boom. Boom. There's my thesis point and my claim and everything all wrapped up. And I'll be right back. Okay, by the way, this is the Roulette Lab 52, I think. Seems like it. 52 seems about right. I that might be wrong. We're just gonna have to. I'm off screen here. Yeah, it is 52. Holy crap. Okay. All right. So there is no such thing as a RNG dealer. That is, you want to talk about crazy. I know that sounds crazy. When you look into it, it's even crazier. And it all makes sense. Here we go. RNG means random number generator. The hell is that? I have no idea. That I don't know. But what I can tell you is that what we're doing right here, this website, this simulator, is not an RNG. This would be, you would call this an electronic dealer. This is like a robo deal. You can't say robo dealer because there are actual robot dealers. This would be a virtual dealer or electronic dealer. Okay, sorry about that. I had to take care of the trash. Okay, so random number generator is not this. Okay, so a random number generator would be like pure randomness, which is so ironic that it's actually not. Would that mean that the machine is conscious? Because okay, so wow, now I'm like unfolding here in my own mind on my end here, going off script. let me just get back on track here. Okay, so a random number generator is basically a mathematical formula perfect randomness, which does not occur in nature. So it is not what we recognize as random. It is random in a sense, but it does not follow or have the same, like, in other words, natural random is characteristically different, distinct. It's not the same. What the heck? So there's two different kinds of randomness? Yes. And I propose there's three, because this thing right here, this guy that we have, this website, the way that this thing produces randomness is a third distinct characteristic randomness. It's an electronic dealer. That's what I'm calling it. But that's neither here nor there. The point is, RNG is not a human dealer, is not a natural random, which natural random is an oxymoron. That shouldn't actually those two that those two words are like in nonsensical contrast, but yet there it is, right? Okay, so let me just catch up here. Let me keep spinning. I don't want to be wasting too much time talking again. So we definitely want green. Whoa, whoa. I'm just gonna, if I lose on zero, that's fine. Oh shoot, I won. Um, I sorry, that was really cool. Kind of lost track of my story. Um, was talking about two different kinds of randomness, possibly three different kinds, right? But just the fact that there's two different kinds, that means that randomness is a thing. It's one thing, it's not another thing. And so, we're gonna go with this salmon this M3. When things are all tied up like this, just pick the one that has the highest M series. We have a 3, so let's go with that. Oh shoot! Why did I pick green? I didn't mean to. I meant to pick salmon, which would have won. Dang-a-lang. Okay, so now I'm. Whoopsie. That stinks. Well, hey, one mistake in 328 is pretty good. Um, so anyway, add up this whole story here. Definitely going with blue, and I'm gonna get back what I lost there. And I kind of got off into the weeds there. I kind of forget where my story's going. Oh my gosh, I have to go. Wait, I don't want to go the whole way there. And a little bit off the rails here with where was my story going? And I'm gonna play this really smart here. So we're gonna cut the one bet in half. I'm gonna cover my insurance with the rule of thumb. Oh, boom. Nice. Okay. Well, I guess apologies. Really sorry for the interruptions, but hey, man, get over it, would you? Okay, so I thought that I'd remember, I guess, or I don't know if I even knew where this was going, but so if randomness has distinction, oh, right, I remember now. Right, so let's look at the broad picture. Okay, so we're at the point now. We realize I'm getting my points back right here. We realize, oh geez, that randomness is a thing, right? Entails that it's not something else. And now within the scientific acceptance of things, this won't even get all my points back, and I'm way over my base unit. So if you ask a scientist or whatever, they're gonna have to agree that yeah, there is two different kinds of randomness. There's natural random and there's random number generator, which is random because it's called random number, right? Generator. But it if you were playing this game against a true random number generator, and then you tried to you had some kind of algorithm, right, strategy, and then you deployed that against natural random, it will not perform the same way, like ever. Like it will distinctly be different. Okay, so man, I am well behind the curve here. Let me see if I can get some points back. I still don't get my points back. And so now depart 1 minute from the Google Science, right? And listen to me tell you, oh nice, look at that, another 0. That the reason, like the why my machine here works is because I'm actually compressing randomness itself and charting a course that is slightly less random than whatever randomness we're playing against. So even if this was a RNG, we're gonna really kick its ass. If this is a natural random, we will pretty well kick its ass. Now against electronic random, which is what we're playing against, this is where I have the hardest time. This is what is the most difficult. So keep that in mind. Alright, so if you got to this part of the video, you're a champion of patience, and you should plead your case for a free copy of this software. Oh my god, I just lost. Man, we're still not out of the weeds here. This is a long battle. A war of attrition. I love it, dude. I love it. This is what I built it for. So we're on blue. I'm gonna go a little high, actually. We're gonna do what we just did with that kind of a deep chase, whatever it takes. Oh my god. Here we go. Here we go, guys. Now I'm done with the story. I finished it. That's the end of the story. Okay. So green. We're going above and beyond. I'm tired of losing. I did it before. Big. Oh my god! And there's the 0. Okay, finally the new peak, and that's how it's done. Okay, you reach a new peak. cover your zeros with the rule of thumb, reach a new peak, stop loss is 0, play by the freaking FBI rules, use the damn machine. You will have an experience indefinite gains over whatever period of time you play it. Okay, you play by that operation. Okay, so this definitely green. Let's go with that. Boom. 33. We're into another chase already, so we're in a bit of a lull. Oops. Okay. So appreciate your patience. Thank you and good night. By the way, I'm gonna recover this last loss here. So the next time, excuse me, the next time that, so in the next roulette lab or whatever we pull the machine back up, probably will be the next roulette lab, but it might be on round 350 or something. A little. There might be a couple rounds I play off camera until I can go live. I don't have enough subscribers to go live, so but yeah, that's where we're at. Thank you and good night.